This is Velveteen, and today is another episode of Nikke lore. This episode is going to feature more recently revealed lore. It's not going to be huge on spoilers, but if you haven't played the most recent Rapture event, then it might be. So watch out for that. And today's episode is Who are D.E.E.P? With the release of the new Rapture event, we were expecting to get answers to many of our questions in the story, but instead we were gifted with even more questions to our questions. In that event, we can see a short conversation where Red Hood meets a strange individual called D.E.E.P, who calls themselves a collective, and that they are the guardians of the Ark. They also claim they are not part of the central government, so right away we can easily assume what they are. They are AIs. The name D.E.E.P is an acronym. We likely know two of the letters. Nikke and Ink from the Ark are the two E's in D.E.E.P, which means the one under the space elevator is D.E.E.P, and one of them is missing still. The conversation also explains that underneath the elevator is a giant Rapture core, which is a pair and the other one is inside the Ark, meaning the other AIs guarding the core is probably in the Ark, which makes the theory of Nikke and Ink being highly likely. This also explains quite a lot because I had theories of the Ark being powered by a giant dead Rapture, which was partially correct. The Ark is a giant Rapture and it's not exactly dead. Now, the question is, why is the core a pair? Why is it made like this? Well, we have no idea and this just brings up more questions. But we do know that the AIs have their own interests. We do know that the Ark was found, not man-made, and it was expanded on afterwards. We know the central governments are extremely wary of the AI and do not trust them. And lastly, we know that they protect the Ark at all costs. There are a few things we can take away from the short scene with D.E.E.P. We know that the AIs are choosing not to stop the Raptures. Destroying the elevator will destroy the Ark. We also learned that the elevator is still active and the Raptures are still coming from outer space, despite the Cinderella event where she takes out the Queen, and Grave finding that the Rapture number is no longer infinite. Did they remake the space station? Is the Queen on Earth? What's the elevator doing if the space station is destroyed? All questions we have no answer to. However, we do know from Nihilister that the previous Queen has died, so Cinderella succeeded? Maybe? So I wasn't kidding when I said this just brings up more questions. Then there's the AIs themselves. The AI can create or edit Nikkes at a higher level than humans can. Were they the original creator of Nikkes and Raptures? Since we know that the nymph was found, not created by humans, my theory is whoever created Nikkes also created Raptures. And with D.E.E.P showing great knowledge on Nikkes, we can assume whoever created these AIs also probably created Nikkes and Raptures. Now, if we look closely at the AI under the space elevator, we see a very familiar pair of glasses. Where have we seen this before? That's right, it's Neon's super high-spec glasses that Aniski's mentioning. There is a reason why the story kept talking about her extremely high-spec glasses. Chekhov's gun. It was to plant the idea in our heads when D.E.E.P was finally revealed. What does this mean? It means Neon lied about being a spy. Well, not exactly. She lied about being a spy for Elysian. She is actually a spy for D.E.E.P. Now, let's go back all the way to the beginning of the game. Our plane was shot down by Marion, who was corrupted while inside the Ark and snuck past the Aegis barrier. We later learned that Nikke was the one to personally corrupt her. Why? At first, we all thought it was because Marion was the girl in the commander's flashback and they wanted Marion to be the commander. But she's actually a red herring. Marion was used to bring the commander to Rapture. As soon as the counters joined the commander, Neon showed up and proclaimed her intentions as a spy. I always thought it was weird why Legion needed a spy when Rapture was there. And we also know that Neon has never once interacted with Ingrid. Wouldn't a spy be reporting to her master? But the question now is, why spy on the commander or the counters? I have an even crazier theory. Bear with me a little second, it might sound a little insane. For the current event, Harmo hasn't unlocked yet, so I don't know the full story, but we know the commander was part of Project AD. What's AD? We don't know yet, but maybe Anderson? Basically, the commanders was maybe a clone of the legendary commander, hence his blood type. Which is why Chatterbox was looking for someone who was sick as a child. He was looking for a successful clone. We also learned that the D.E.E.P was used as an evolution for Raptures and Heretics. This brings us back to Chatterbox. Who is he really? We'll find out eventually, but as for why exactly the commander had to meet Rappy, I don't know. Maybe to infect her with the D.E.E.P to unlock her full potential of Red Hood? It's just a wild theory right now. Does this mean the AIs have no intentions of stopping the Rapture? Maybe, seeing as how Nikke worked with Chatterbox for so long, they most likely have their own goals. So when Nikke started asking to have 2 Nikkes under her command, that was probably not a good idea to agree to. Who knows what advanced specs you can implement into those Nikkes. Nikkes who do not follow the central government chain of command. Last thing we need are super powered rogue Nikkes under the command of dubious AI. And will we see a Force AI someday? Maybe. Maybe in the Crystal region? Maybe somewhere important for Raptures? So, in summary, what is D.E.E.P? An AI collective, most likely. They are guarding the Ark, yet at the same time protecting the Raptures. Whose side they are on is unknown, and they have their own agendas. They are pretty interesting, and it does bring up a lot of questions. So, do my theories sound probable? Do you have your own crazy theories? Let me know in the comments. Give it a like if you enjoyed, give it a dislike if you don't. And thank you for watching.